Welcome to Retirement Key Radio with Abe Abish.
Abe, right now, a lot of folks are wondering, gosh, Wall Street's down. This isn't good. It's volatile. I'm near retirement. I'm already there. I've been needing to make changes. I just haven't done it. I'm panicked. I'm freaked out. Do I make the changes now, or do I wait until it calms down? What would you say to those people?
Man, a lot of good questions there.
Sorry, all week I've been thinking about this.
Right. Well, it really depends, Kristen, because, for example, myself, I'm 40, turning 41 this year, and I've got 25, 30 years before I probably even think about needing income from my retirement funds. And I'm 32 years away before the IRS makes me take out a required minimum distribution. But man, a lot of our clients are in their 60s. A younger client for us would be 55. So most of them are in their 60s, late 60s, early 70s. And they don't have that time. They don't have that time to say, hey, I'm not going to take out an RMD for 30 years. No, they're taking out RMDs right now. They're withdrawing monies from their portfolios right now on top of Social Security and pensions to create that income that they need and want to spend and enjoy and do all the things that they want to do in retirement. So the time is now for anyone, I would say within 5 years or less from full retirement. The time is now. To seriously look at your portfolios. How much risk are you taking? Can you handle a 30+% loss in the markets? Because we're already there. We're already down. The major index is over 30% at this point. And I think it's going to get a good bit worse before it gets better. Can your stomach handle a 40%? 50% potential loss or more, like in 2008? And it could be worse. And if you can handle that, then fine. That piece of money you have saved for yourself, that should be your growth money. That should be your long-term investing growth and at-risk money. But any money you need to generate income for yourselves, either right now or in the very near future, shouldn't have that risk associated with it, because let's face it, it's not going to be able to produce what you want it to produce, right? So that's why we separate and segregate monies to serve different purposes. We know you might live another 30 years, but if you need income today, the two ways you should invest there should be different, yet they should complement each other, right? Some money's for long-term growth and investing, and some money's for right now, for income right now, or perhaps 5 years or less, when you need income. So we were just speaking with a couple. This couple is 64 and 66. And they lived in Herndon, Virginia, and just retired recently to Mount Pleasant, South Carolina.
My stomping grounds. Which, if I say stomping grounds, you guys know I'm not from around here originally, of course.
Exactly, yeah. And Shelley and I love South Carolina. Yes. We go down to the Charleston area at least once a year.
And I've been with you one time. We happened to meet up down there one time.
On a boat, and we got stuck on the shore.
That was such a fun time.
That was quite a story. But anyhow, this couple retired. You know what they told me, Kristen? They looked up and down the East Coast from Maine all the way down to Florida, and they felt for a number of reasons, maybe this will help a listener out there, that the South Carolina area was the best place to retire for, especially property taxes. They were paying, I think, $7,000+ a year on their property taxes for their home in Herndon. For the same house, a $650,000 house, they're paying $2,000 in property tax.
Wow.
That's a $5,000 reduction. $5,000 can buy yourself a nice little trip. So that's one of many reasons. Obviously, they like the warm weather and do not like cold winters. So that was a reason. But so they retired to South Carolina. And one of the first things we'll always ask people is, hey, what is your risk tolerance at this point in your life? And the gentleman immediately said, well, I prefaced that and I said, hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being super conservative and 10 being super risky and aggressive, where are you on the scale? He said a -4.
How old are these folks?
66 and 64.
That doesn't sound right to me.
And I laughed just like I did now. And I said, -4. Yeah, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. He said, no, I'm serious. We used to be in all options. I'll never do that again. Guess when they got out of the market?
Oh my gosh, I hope it was before all this happened.
Last fall, 2019.
Oh, wow.
They have $1.8 million saved, $800,000 in fixed indexed annuities, which have not lost a penny in the last few weeks, and $1 million in cash.
Gosh. Okay. Smart
Man,
folks.
talk about the right timing. And these are really successful do-it-yourself investors who were in options and all kinds of pretty, fancy trading on the markets. And he said, Abe, I'll never do that again. And I said, you know what? You've won the game. You've got $1.8 million saved. You've got a home that's paid off. You've got 2 Social Security checks. You've got a pension. You just saved yourself from losing 30% or more in the markets this year, right as you retired. You've won the game. Now, $1 million in cash, we need to do something about that, right? You don't need $1 million in cash. Let's keep 2 years of cash reserves on hand. And that's what they were comfortable with, keeping 2 years of cash on hand. Well, that means there's another $800,000 that we can do something with, right? Let's leverage that. Let's maximize that. Let's get it off the sidelines. Let's get you some tax advantages, tax deferral, compound interest, and some growth that's going to be better, probably, than growth in the bank over the next 20 to 30 years. And so we put together an income plan for them, finally, for the first time in their lives. They have a bunch of stuff. Several annuities, $1 million of cash, a pension here, 2 Social Security checks there, a lot of equity in their home. And guess what they're also doing? They're spending 6 months of the year in Finland. Now, Finland, I don't know too much about, but one of the things they told me about Finland is that it's not smart to buy over there right now because of the infrastructure and things like that over there, that it's better for them to rent. So they're spending 6 months of the year in Finland, they're renting, and 6 months of the year here. They're dual citizens, actually. And so we put all this together into a plan. It's as simple as that. This couple is a lot like a lot of other couples we help. They're mid-60s, right at the point of retirement, a bunch of stuff, done a fantastic job of saving. Now let's put all this stuff into an actionable income plan that we can understand.
You've worked hard your entire life. You've saved, you've invested for the future, and now you're looking at the ticker on the bottom of the TV screen. You're hearing the closing and opening numbers of Wall Street, and your stomach drops a little bit every time you hear that in the last couple of weeks. We don't know how long this is going to last, but when you have a true retirement income plan that accounts for a certain amount of risk that you are going to be exposed to, but making sure that it's an appropriate amount, you can have a confident retirement moving forward. But every situation is different. If you have questions about anything Abe talks about today, or if you would like to get a digital copy of any of the resources he and the team have available, click on retirementkeyradio.com. Abe, I put the emphasis on a digital copy because we're in the day and age now of where our new normal is not interacting with each other in person, not even sending things in the mail.
We've gone totally virtual now. All of our appointments are being held over the phone and the computer, which is actually really nice. Technology is great. And we've been doing this actually for the last few years, Kristen, for a lot of our clients, because this show reaches such a broad radius, Western Maryland to the Eastern Shore in Maryland and pretty far south into Virginia and west into Virginia. And for a lot of people, it's difficult, if they have to drive in from an hour and a half or 2 hours away to do that. And some do. But a lot choose to just say, hey, let's talk over the phone. Let's do a screen share or a Zoom or GoToMeeting type of conference. And we've done that for the last 3 or 4 years. So this isn't anything new to us, and we're really comfortable with it, and our clients are as well.
And if you're someone listening today that you're not super comfortable with technology, don't worry. We understand that not everyone is. So if you would like a virtual analysis of your retirement, or just to have a virtual appointment with Abe and the team at Abish Financial to ask some questions considering what's happening on Wall Street, the team will walk you through how simple that virtual appointment is via the computer. And they can even just do some things over the phone too. So don't worry. Find out more anytime at retirementkeyradio.com.
Find out more at retirementkeyradio.com.
Financial professionals are not licensed in all 50 states. To find out if Abraham Abish is licensed in your state, please call 571-577-9968. Abish Financial Services is not affiliated with nor endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any other government agency and does not provide legal or tax advice. Annuity guarantees rely solely on the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the issuing insurance company. By contacting us, you may be provided with information about insurance and annuity products offered through Abraham Abish, NPM number 7703575.